Okay, this video is 101 on how to root cuttings from those species which can be rooted. So the media I use is mix number 4, or you can use HP Pro or any other light mix, but I usually additionally add perlite. So this helps with aeration of your mix. If your media is very dry, you need to pre-wet it. To easily pre-wet the media, you can use hot water or add a drop of soap into your water, and then it will be much easier to moisture your mix. So if you're using tall pots with large holes at the bottom, just use a paper towel at the bottom, and then you can easily fill this tall pot with the mix. So I'm filling this up with the mix. So, okay, my large pot is filled. So the cuttings. Here I'm going to root a Malta black fig. So important thing is to cover all area part of the cutting which is going to be above the soil with thin layer of parafilm. And the parafilm or body tape or whatever you have, but it should really easy and completely stick to the cutting. You should not have any air between the stem and one layer of this film. The top should be covered too very well. So make sure this is done in advance. So now I'm cutting, making a fresh cut here. I also like to scratch bark a little bit, this to expose the Campbell layer here, this part. And I dip this cutting into the rooting powder. I use this one, Hormone number 2. Maybe some other things also will work the same, but that's what I have. So I'm just lightly dipping it into this powder. And before inserting it into the pot, I'm pre-making a hole with whatever you got. So I have a spoon here I use to put some hormone. So I'm entering now and inserting now this cutting into the pot. So this is done, and the whole thing I will need to do here is just to water this one. The next thing I'm going to show you is that sometimes it's really useful to use transparent pots, and for smaller cuts, transparent cups, pots, whatever you have, because it's very easy to see the root formation. For example, here is a transparent pot with a fig which I started about a month or 2 months ago, and it already formed nice roots. So very easy to see the root formation in the transparent pots. So sometimes you want to use it. So, but you can use them only for the shorter cuttings. I would not be able to use this small cup for a cutting like this. So it simply doesn't fit here. So I will have to use, for this one I'll have to use another black pot. So what else did I forget to say? Make sure that your media is moist. When cutting is rooting, your media should be moist but not overly moist. You need to control the the fungal gnats, and you can use it with BT or you can use it with the systemic pesticides. The buds will grow right through parafilm. You never will need to remove the parafilm. So I think I covered most of it. So where do I keep these cuttings? Right now I will take them under the lamps, because that's the setup I have already, but you don't actually want to have too much light in beginning of your rooting process. You want first root formation and then the bud development, because if the buds develop without the root formation, your cutting will die. So just make sure to keep it evenly moist and never dry it up, and never let it to be too moist, and control fungal knots. I think that's about it.